Greetings and welcome. My name is Jake Rayson. I am a wildlife food forest garden designer and I am back at the desk. This is my Saturday morning attire, so apologies for the old jumper and t-shirt rather than my normal shirt and tie. Today I was going to talk about the using a plan. So it's kind of really what's really important when you're creating a garden is to have some sort of plan, some sort of idea where you're going to put plants, because it really helps in ordering the plants, in figuring out what will grow well where and what it will be, how big it is and how it will fill the space. So even if it's just a sketch on a piece of paper, it's kind of good practice. You know, it's useful. Once you start getting a garden established or you're working with an existing garden, very often there's no need to make a plan really, because you're fitting plants together. Whereas if you have a blank sheet like I had with a clifftop garden, it's a good idea to actually start with one. Let me just get this off of. So this is a clifftop garden, and yes, you can see it's up on the cliff, and you can see the house and a view from the top. It's quite high up, and this is the tapestry lawn here. So what I'm doing with the CAD program, I've turned off. I've got a list of all the plants which I put in, and I've turned off all the plants, and I'm actually going to go back in and measure up properly, so I can position the plants. For example, where I have the perennials and the shrubs, I've got a lot of plants which are in position, but the dimensions aren't quite right. So what I want to do is to use the plan to document the right sizes and where the plants are. And the reason I really want to do this, the reason why it's so important, is that I want to create a maintenance schedule for the client. So it's very simple. This is when you cut the lawn, this is when you prune the trees, this is when you trim the shrubs. But you need to know where the plants are in the first place. So it's kind of, for me, it's really important, this particular job, to get the plants in the right place. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is to turn off all that and then remeasure where all the curves are for the path, and then I will go out and then put the plants in the right place and label them, and then create a list of jobs that need to be done throughout the year for the client. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Yep. So QCAD is brilliant, by the way. So if you ever get into using forest gardens, if you ever get into doing garden design, QCAD's fantastic. I'll print that out on an A3 piece of paper and I'll take it down and measure it up. Okay, that's it really. Good to be back. Good to be live streaming again. And if you like, subscribe and comment, and yes, if you've got any kind of ideas about stuff. I am working on a new forest garden course. This is going to be a real kind of hands-on course, step by step, for anybody who wants to create a wildlife food forest garden. I'm going to be kind of rewriting it from the ground up, and it'll be far more practical than the last course. There'll be like a real kind of focus on helping people create their own gardens. But more on that later. Okay, thank you very much for watching. See you again soon. Cheers. Bye. And where's it gone? Ouch.